Whoops. All right, J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Royalty of Jax, 6231 Bucking Bronco Drive in sunny Jacksonville. Too far for me to consider it Jacksonville, but hey, that's what the address is. And what we're looking at here is very similar to another property recently reviewed. Same kind of sheet vinyl flooring. You have to be careful with this flooring because it is really super thin, and even when it's glued down correctly, it can tear. It's just like paper. Looks nice though, and it will last as long as you pay attention and take care of it. Big coat closet right at the entry, and the entry is a good size. The space here in this entryway is pretty good, open up to the staircase right away. And we're not going up right away. We're going to kind of go around to the right. So we'll start, interesting light switches. We'll start this direction, which there's this little cubby here. I don't know what that's for. There's a couple of outlets right next to a restroom and the entry into the garage. Typical 2-car garage. I'm not going there. It's okay. If you want to see more of the garage, just let me know and I'll get back into the video. So the first restroom downstairs has an automatic light to turn on the entry-level 4-light vanity light, oval mirror over a pedestal sink. Same vinyl flooring that we've seen. They've painted this kind of a charcoal gray, and you know, I guess that's okay for a restroom. There is a window. The window is unfortunately not opaque. So anybody over there can look in here while you're busy. I don't like that, but you know, it's what it is. Okay. Well, I can't turn the light off in there, so we're going to keep going. Ceilings are a nice height at 9 feet. This is one thing that I do like. I appreciate the high ceilings. Off to the right, we come to our first room with the can light, LED style can light. This is probably 16 feet by 16 feet and a den. There is no closet here, so you certainly would not be able to turn this into a bedroom, but you could put a door here and, you know, it could be a closed office space with one window over there for a little bit of light and the cream colored walls, which are the standard wall colors. So let's go ahead and head into the kitchen. And the kitchen overlooks the living space being this brown carpet. And here's those 3 big picture windows, or the picture window with the 3 windows in it, to let in quite a decent amount of light for the living area, which is a good size. It's okay. And the kitchen itself looks nice. Formica countertops, entry-level sink. The faucet is a little bit better than entry-level, but the cabinets, the microwave, the range, all entry-level. Let's see about the drawers here. Okay, so these are tongue and groove maple plywood drawers, which means they have a maple-like coat on the outside, but it is a wood drawer, and it is not tongue and groove, but dovetail is what I mean. They are not soft close, and the doors probably aren't soft close either. Doesn't look like it. Nope. But you know, that's the way it goes. So the bar kitchen island in the middle looks out over the living space. So when you're in the kitchen, this is nice because, you know, you've got a view of everybody and can stay in the conversation if there is one. I like the refrigerator. I don't think that actually fits with the other appliances. But hey, it's all good. There's a corner pantry. Actually, it's more than a corner pantry. It goes in quite a long ways. This is a nice size pantry with lots of shelf space. And, well, as you can see, a place for your mops and brooms if that's what you wanted it for. You could probably fit a couple of more shelves up there or some cabinets if that was what you desired. And there's a way to lock someone in. You can lock someone into the pantry. What? Okay, just put your bad kids in there. They can't get out. Even though they can turn the doorknob, you can just seal them in there and they're never getting out if you don't want them to. Okay, ceiling fan in the living area, which is, you know, not too bad. And a little hanging chandelier kind of a light here for what would be the dining area. Pretty small. You could probably get a 4-seat dining table here, maybe a 6. But if you put a 6-seater in here, you'd be pretty close to that wall and pretty close to this transition. But that it still might be, you know, enough room for that. And then the slider looking out the backyard. Okay, so that is the downstairs. Let's head on upstairs. I see a light on. We've got to fix that. Yeah. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we're heading up the stairs. I was hoping there was a light switch for up there, but there's not. Carpeted stairs, same brown carpet we see in the rest of the house. Thank you very much for keeping the carpet the same. The handrail is white and painted, which is unfortunate because this gets very dirty from hands very easily. If this was stained wood, it might not have the same look, but at least it wouldn't, you know, get as nasty as this one has become. Same with this second one. It's the same, you know, just the dirt on the, from people's putting their hands on there. And anything that you could replace this with something that you could, you know, hide that would be awesome in my opinion. Otherwise, you're going to be scrubbing. And this is a flat paint, which means it doesn't clean easily. That's a score. Right at the top of the landing is a window that looks out over the front. The ceiling height here is a typical 8 feet rather than the 9 feet that we saw down below. We had a long hall to the left, down there to the master, a couple of doors here. We're going to start to the right with what is probably a linen closet. Yep, it's a linen closet. 60 inches by maybe 30 inches with 3 shelves. This is the exact same builder as for the last house we looked at. Exact same. Same vinyl floors. This is D.R. Horton. This is a D.R. Horton house. I'm sure of it. Picture mirror, entry level 4-light, vanity light, single sink, unfortunately, entry level fixture with the tub and the toilet behind the door here. So, you know, having the toilet behind the door is good, but why do you have to put the tub behind the door too? I don't know. Yeah, I can see through that window, which means the neighbors can see in. So when you're getting out of your shower here, you know, then you can wave to the neighbors and, you know, show them your stuff, if that's what you like. Okay, another locked door. You can lock somebody in to this room with this louvered door, which is the furnace room. Now, why would you, you know, I guess it's possible if you have little kids that could reach the doorknob, this would prevent them from getting in any farther. That kind of makes sense. So if they were small, you know, and they could get to this guy, maybe they can't get to that one. I bet that's the reason. That would explain it. Okay, so you're not locking anybody in. I just, you know, still comes up in my mind that maybe that was the reason. Bedroom number, well, I guess this is the first bedroom we've looked at. Decent size at 14 by 16. That's my best guess. And we do have smoke detector in here, probably a built-in, the electric one. You know, when those start beeping, there is a backup battery if the power goes out. That backup battery does need to occasionally be chested and changed out. But it's hardwired in. Closet is a good size at 72 inches, or maybe even a little bit bigger. Maybe it's 7 feet by 30 with a single bar with the little wire rack shelf. Double doors. And they mostly close like they should. So not bad. Okay, let's move on to the next. We already looked at that. Down the hall here and to the right is bedroom number 2. This is a little bit smaller at maybe 12 by 14 with a window for some light. Same size closet. You know, rather than having the typical flush mount light, they put in this little can light, which it actually gives off enough. You know, I wonder if that is a flush mount, a little LED flush mount, a tiny, tiny little one. That's possible. I'd have to, pull the light down to have a look. But in any case, it gives off enough light, and with the window especially. So typical size for a secondary bedroom. The carpet in it looks pretty clean and in pretty decent shape. Let's just go ahead and head on down to the next around the corner, which is a mirror basically of the room we just looked at. Same window, same light, same closet, same shelf. Really, it's the same. It's the same. Well, the closet's bigger though. This closet is maybe 8 feet. So it's a bigger closet than the last one, but with the same wire shelf with the little wire bar below, which just seems like how these guys like to build. This room also has an LED light strip all the way around the room. Sometimes these LED light strips are programmable. I don't know how this one operates, but programmable light strip like that is kind of fun. You can change it to flicker to different colors or set it to blue or green or purple or, what have you, about 10,000 different colors instead of using that little guy, if you happen to be into that kind of thing. Kids seem to like it. Teens. Okay, so before we go into the master, we're going to make a turn here and look at the laundry room, which is really nice and big. Once again, upstairs laundry is my favorite. They have a shelf installed here, but there's definitely room for some cabinets or something. I guess that shelf is probably enough for cleaning supplies. When your laundry is upstairs where the bedrooms are, that means you're not hauling stuff up and down the stairs, which is what I prefer personally. You also have your attic access in here. It seems like it's the only attic access in the house. The door is a 30, well, it's not a 36. Well, actually, I think it's a 36. So a nice big door to get in here, big enough, probably this entry is big enough for a wheelchair, if that's what you needed. Now let's get into the master. So we're still looking at the same brown carpet that we've seen everywhere else. Ceiling height is still the 8 feet. One little LED light in the center, a couple of windows along one wall to let in some extra light from the outside. Lots of wall space here for your TVs, cabinets, whatnot. The room itself is maybe 20 by 22 is what I'm going to say. 22 this way, 20 this way, which is definitely big enough for king-size bed and the finishings around it. Master bath. Okay, so light is on in here. I didn't turn it on, but we'll leave it when we leave because that's the way it was when we came in. I'm going to look at that shower head because something's funky there. Big picture mirror over a double sink vanity, Formica countertops, double entry level 4-light vanity lights, which give off plenty of light in this bathroom. Same sheet vinyl flooring. And, the nice thing about this stuff in a bathroom is it's one big piece. Water cannot penetrate through that. Absolutely cannot penetrate through that. You know what? We have definitely seen this. This is the clean version of the tub surround that we saw in our last video. This is not tile, this is a fiberglass board, a fiberglass surround, even though it has a tile look, it's not. Delta faucets and a big soaking tub. Unfortunately, there's no jets. Now the shower head, I have no idea. I've never seen anything like it. Oxygenics evolution. Crazy. If you have good water pressure, that might be a pretty fun shower head. I'm going to have a look at that and see, what that's like. Not that I would be able to use it, but maybe find a video of it someplace to see what it's got in there. Kind of fun. Okay, in any case, you definitely have a water closet off to one side here. The typical water closet, just the toilet and the toilet paper dispenser with no towel bar in here, unlike the last one. And we do have a fan, and the fan works and it sounds good. Then the rest of the light is on this little light sensor. So, after a while, that will go off. Giant size walk-in closet. Okay, it's not giant, but it's a decent size. Unfortunately, it's so wide, really, that there's a lot of space wasted. Now, if you put some cabinetry on this wall here, where the light switch is, and absorb some of this width, that would really go a long way towards making this better. But at least you do have the shelf with the hanging bar all the way around and down into this little cubby back here in the back. So maybe extend that this way to the door, or put your chest of drawers here, a pair of them or something, to absorb some of this floor space, because this guy is 7 feet or 8 feet across, and you don't really need that much space for a closet. I can stand in the middle of this if there was shelves or cabinets on this side and still have plenty of room to get to all of my clothes. I would not feel cramped. So that's what I would do. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's the water closet. We looked in there. Okay, so there is a linen closet as well, which has a single bifold door. This closet is 48 inches by 30 with 3 shelves, and room down below for an extra one if you wanted. The door closes nicely. The seam looks good. The door knob, the pole, is in the absolutely perfect place. It's not too close to this. It's not over here. People tend to put them over here for some reason. They don't know any better. Actually, this is in a good spot. My preference is on this side, but this is good too. At least when you pull it, it actually opens the door. It's not hard. If this knob is over here, it becomes very hard to actually open that door. So anyway, that's just me whining. We're going to hit these lights and head on out. So this is 6231 Bucking Bronco Drive. And this is in Jacksonville. It's a Jacksonville address, although it's pretty far out. Take a look on a Google map so you can see really how far out it is. You'd be surprised. It's quite a long ways from the city. But hey, if it's a Jacksonville address, we'll call it Jacksonville. Oh, 3-tab roofing. So rather than architectural roofing, they put 3-tab roofing on this house, which is unfortunate because this 3-tab with the weather that we have here, these little tabs, the wind can go underneath them and it will rip one off. And then that causes a catastrophic failure of the roof. It's a cascade failure where one comes off and then that allows for others to come off, and pretty soon you've got a giant bare spot on your roof. Versus architectural, which is maybe just a few cents more per square foot, where it's a single piece rather than these multiple, because this has 3 tabs on each sheet. With architectural, there are no tabs. It's a solid piece. So less chance, much less chance of having damage in a windstorm. Maybe if you buy this house, when it's time to change the roof, you can switch that. So 2 stories, laundry facility, and all the bedrooms upstairs. Good sized den, entry level whatnots in the kitchen, but the kitchen does look out over the living space. Downstairs ceiling height at 9 feet. The neutral paint everywhere is great. This house is definitely used. There are some places that you can tell if you look on the walls and whatnot, you can see where there's been things. But you know, the reality is that for this particular neighborhood, this house is a pretty good deal at the price. And I like the neighborhood. It's just kind of too far from town for me. So with all of that said, once again, we're on Bucking Bronco Drive, and we're going to head out of here, and I'll see you at the next one.